Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. It's November 25th, Tuesday. I didn't trade today, I didn't get up today. So this is gonna be, I kind of already knew what happened in the market today, but I'll give you kind of like a fresh breakdown. Now, I actually was looking, well, in my head, I was looking for shorts, but when I was actually awake and did more of a post-market review with more clarity, I actually should have been looking for longs, but actually both sides actually ended up playing out. I'll show you why I was looking for shorts. We have two breaks to the downside. I'm wick transferring these wicks, so we're still bearish. There is an internal break here, so that's kind of where I was like, okay, I'm still looking for shorts. We've swept out a bunch of sell side liquidity, being like these highs here. And here is a 4-hour order block that is bearish. So again, going into the day thinking that I was going to look for shorts, I'm looking for other higher time frame confluences that align with that short perspective. And let me see if there's a 15. There is a 15-minute order block that I could use here as well. Okay, so the shorts that I saw this was the first break here within the fractal time frames. So break, and then ultimately the swing liquidity was grabbed. Now I am going to take a closer look at this because again, I was doing everything from bed, very groggy. Was this a break? Okay, so we have one break to the upside. So if price now breaks, oh, actually, these shorts are invalidated because what happens here is we have one break right here, and then we have a second break right there. So this setup actually is invalidated. If it wasn't invalidated, I would have taken the trade here. Probably done like 40. And then as you can see, full TP achieved. Not too bad. But again, this isn't validated because we have the first break right here and then the second break there. Now, overall, it was the wrong bias anyways. I should have been looking for longs. The reason being is because we actually, within this consolidation range, we have a break to the upside here. So this would be our first break, and then our second break happens here. So now that I know I'm looking for longs, this would be my first higher time frame order block. This area down here is 4-hour liquidity, although I don't think it's going to reach this area, so we're going to look for other higher time frame confluences. Again, what time is it? 6, 7. This order block respected? No. That order block is not really respected, so we're going to mark out this one as well. It's probably a 15-minute. We do have a break internally to the upside on the 15. So that means that this order block here is valid. Yeah, that's the order block. And then pretty simple from here, we have a break to the upside. This would be, I would consider this our, let me count these breaks really quick. So we go from bearish to one break, two breaks, we're bullish, consolidate, break. Okay. I would just consider this my first break because we tapped back into the order block and moved away from it. All of this liquidity grabbed here, as well as the swing. Now, I think the first PA level I see sits right here. I am curious to see what type of entry was going to happen today. Would have done, I probably would have done like 45. Ooh. Not, this one would have been break even. Really close to full TP. If I was able to get in exactly where I wanted to get in. I don't know, this one's a bit sketchy. So the only entry I would have had is a 1 minute candle closure above the EMA and PA level. And that would have been like right here. So let's say I go here. I would have covered my stop loss with probably 65. Didn't even reach a 1-to-1. Very close though. I don't love this setup. I do already see a better setup for sure, but I'm curious because that definitely, I would have probably jumped into this one, I think. Let's see. I don't know, that 1 minute candle closure above the EMA is like really high. So I would have had to cover my stop loss with probably 70. I probably would have been stopped out. Actually, after this candle, I most likely would have gone break even again. Or go break even after missing out on that. So I probably, hopefully, would have been break even on this setup, but the better setup is actually sitting right here. So start off with new fractals. Here's our break. We have a bunch of liquidity grabbed here. Internal higher low, and then PA level sits right here. The setup's a lot better. Entry right there. Stop loss probably 65. Reach the 1-to-1. Would have sat in some drawdown for a bit. 10 o'clock, 9:10. Yeah, that probably would have been the setup. Looking at this though, I would have been at the market at this point in time. This would have been my break. Liquidity grab. Yeah, I would have been in this trade and it probably would have been break even, hopefully. Potentially a loss. The much better setup happened right after, so who knows, I might have given it a second chance. The thing is, I don't want to dwell on things that could have, should have, would have. It all kind of depends on the moment in time as well. This is a much better setup. I do want to check out the EMA here. Yeah, I probably would have done, I could have done an order limit. So something like this. Probably cut this down to like 55. And achieve full TP here. Much better. Yeah, that was pretty much it for today. I do feel really shitty about not getting up, and I don't know, I got up yesterday, I couldn't get up today. I haven't been very disciplined lately. I've been falling off. My brain has entered into vacation mode. And yeah, I'm gonna try and get back onto it. But I'm gonna kind of take it easy until like January, or not easy, but like in terms of like the pressure on myself, I'm gonna kind of relieve myself until January. and then lock back in. So yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow for Wednesday.